Activision presents a smashing blast from the past.
There we go. Okay.
Developed by vicarious visions. It's Crash Bandicoot.
Alrighty, hello all you fellow Dusty Dogs and travelers of the trail out there. My name is Dusty Odie here for DA Gaming, and welcome back to the stream, maybe? See, here's the thing. If you're coming back to the stream, you know I've been doing this for maybe about a year and a half or something like that now, or at least in this new format for a year and a half. Well, I have had a couple of problems, mentally speaking, with regards to certain aspects of streaming and stuff like that, and the YouTube thing. So I was actually going to try and modify my schedule a little bit, and modify my streaming format a little bit. So, of course, that means I have to, my stupid brain is like, start over. Not fully. We're not fully starting over. But that being said, we are going back to the roots in order to do this thing properly. I'll explain a little bit more, but right now we are going to be playing the initial Crash Bandicoot in order to start it off. So I will start the intro cutscene, and as I'm going to do for later on, unless somebody's chatting, I probably am going to keep doing this. Yes, overwrite the autosave. Actually, you know what? Disable it. Actually, I should have made it overwrite it. I've been having weird problems with this lately. But anyways.
But Dr. Cortex, we haven't determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general. He will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time, I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex. Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him.
Uh-oh.
Prepare the female Bandicoot.
Alright, so as it throws us into Insanity Beach, the first level, here's kind of the explanation as to why this all is kind of a bit weird, and maybe a little bit, I don't know, life-changing, upending, however you want to put it. Essentially, I'm undiagnosed in a lot of respects, but I do have two issues that I am fairly well aware of. Or at least potential conditions that I am fairly well aware of. I just haven't been diagnosed yet. But looking through them, I probably have some forms of OCD and ADHD. It's stuff that I've been considering for a very long time. Essentially what happened, essentially for OCD, you might notice me restarting a lot. Restarting whole sentences, as a matter of fact. Part of that is me being OCD and being like, no, it has to be right. It has to be right. It has to be right. So I do that a lot, and it comes out as almost a stutter when I'm speaking. So you'll notice a lot of that happening. The other portion of that is potential ADHD. My brain can get like really hyper-focused on things and then have days where it just decides it wants nothing to do with that particular thing, interest, or activity anymore. And it can take a while for that to happen, but it can also take like days. It can take hours sometimes even. I've been playing in the series, and I just about slid. I just about tried to do a slide and did not make that jump. But yeah, so there's been a lot of like mental like things that I've been coming to terms with like that in my brain, because it affects a ton of shit. It affects like stuff that I do at work. It affects stuff that I do at home, my personal stuff, and it sucks. It sucks because it's just like God damn, dude. Like, settle down and focus on a thing. You like this thing. You like doing it. Why don't you, like, stay focused on it? And the thing is, my brain is just like, nope, I can't. I wish it could be that way, but I can't. There are certain projects that it does get, like, very much invested in, and they linger, and they stay. And that's good, because that's one of the few things that bucks the trend. Like, but otherwise, like, my brain needs variety in order to... I hit that a little early. My brain needs variety in order to be able to do shit like this. But it has trouble, like, otherwise it has trouble, like, sticking to something. So this is, for me, to understand why I'm going back to this one in particular, this is one of the obsessions. I've been interested in Crash for, like, years now. This is literally a 20 or 30-something year. Oh my god, yeah, it's getting on towards 30 years. The first time I played this was, like, the 1996 version, I think? So we're at, like... Yeah, so we're on 29 years right now of having lived and played with Crash Bandicoot in the background in some form. Which is insane to me. No pun intended. As we're playing Insane Trilogy, no pun intended, but, yeah. So I go back to this one because this is an obsession. This is one that I basically, like, play over and over and over again. So it's like, okay, yeah, so then this is the perfect thing for me to be like, okay, let's relearn, let's rediscover, let's re-get into this thing and understand why I was obsessed with trying to do, like, Let's Plays and stuff like this. Let's Plays and streaming and stuff like this in the first place. Part 2. It's definitely been a factor of, like, yes, I like the streaming aspect of it, and there's certain aspects of streaming that I like, but I will say that my first love was Let's Plays. This was actually the first thing that I ever wanted to do as a Let's Play, was play one of the Crash Bandicoot games. And so it was like, that's another reason why we're going back to this in particular, is like, yeah, we're going back to the roots. We're going back to that, rediscovering the love of why I do this, but also formatting changes are going to be happening with regards to how I do both the streams and the YouTubes. Streams are actually going to be, it's actually going to be beneficial for streams because the effect that it would have would be I do more and longer. Essentially, the idea that you're going to be seeing here is I would like to be able to play longer streams, so I'm going to be, like, subdividing these into sections. And the sections will help me with when I do when I actually translate these over to YouTube as VODs, because I'm still going to be doing that, still going to be basing my initial, like, playthroughs and stuff like that here. But they are heavily going to be influenced by how I then post them to the YouTube, which is more in the style of how I initially got into this, was as a traditional Let's Play. Not too many changes, just minor ones that definitely will be shown and be affected. Mostly in the fact that I'm going to be sticking to, when I look through my stuff, it was the shorter videos that did better, so I'm going to be splitting these up into maybe, like, hour-long portions. I will be timing myself a little bit better. Like, every time I accomplish something major, I have been actually turning to look at my screen to see what happens here. Yeah, so it's still all going to be done live, but there's also a couple of other things that I wanted to do. The ADHD has made it where it's just like, yeah, no, I want to, oh god, how do I put it? OCD probably kicking in here. But yeah, there's definitely, like, portions of my brain that have just been, like, it's so easily distracted by things that I've actually forced myself into a couple of other things with regards to what I play that are going to be significant changes coming forward as well. So I will have... Essentially, I'm so, like, distracted easily by just what I want to play that I'm like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. If I want to play it, I'm playing it off screen. Once I complete it, then it has the ability to be on here. And then I play it on here to completion. Like, I don't stop. So this is going to be... So I'm going to play... This is probably going to be like a 2-stream affair or something like that, where I play for one stream and then I play for another stream and I get that one going. In the background, if there's something that I want to play, then it's just going on my separate list. It's going to be on something else. I'm going to do a list for outside. So then that's where all those changes are going to be happening. And then I have that as a list of, like, the completed games. It's like, okay, I've played this, I played this, I played this. I know this. I know whether or not I'm interested enough to actually, like, continue it for a full thing. Let's do it. I know I have the capacity to finish the full thing. So let's do it. So that's another streaming format thing that might be helpful for me, is that, yes, I will be playing it as far as I can go. I will play it as many times as I can, as far as I want to go. And then if I can finish it, then it will be a streaming candidate. If I can't finish it, or if I get to a certain point that I'm like, yeah, it's close enough, I can probably try doing this on stream now, then yes, then I will start doing it on stream, and I will have that as an available option. Which should help also with, like, changing my schedule so that I'm like, yes, I'm more focused on games and stuff like that. As far as, like, uploading for YouTube, it's going to be 1 hour stints. So we're going to be a little bit longer, so we're going to do, like, 1 hour, and then I'm going to have a break, and then it's going to be 1 hour, and then I have a break, and it's going to be 1 hour, and I end the stream. So it's going to be about 3 hours, maybe a little longer. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of formatting changes for a way that makes me feel comfortable. When I was looking at the stuff on YouTube, to go back to something, definitely on the ADHD portion there, you can see where I might have come up with these diagnoses. Maybe now already, we're what, 10 minutes? We're what, 10 minutes into me playing, and you probably already can see the reasons for some of these? But yeah. So what I'm going to do is I looked on my YouTube, and I noted that my shorter videos tended to do better. So in order to affect that on YouTube, affect that change on YouTube and have that available there, there we go. I keep forgetting which button it is that speeds up the box dropping. In order to affect the YouTube stuff and to kind of make it well there, that also kind of corresponds with my old way of doing things. Holy crap, we're already at the first boss while I'm just trying to describe it. But that's a fair reason why I'm playing, though. Get more done. But yeah, so... yeah, there's going to be a lot of... yeah, so the change... oh, the one thing... again, ADHD. My brain just goes like 5 different directions at once, and I hate it, but this is how my brain works lately. Essentially, I was looking at shorter videos, and I was like, okay, yeah, so we'll do shorter videos. So basically what I'll do is I'll run a 3-hour stream, but then I'll break it up into like 3 separate hour-long VODs, which tend to do better on the long run. So streaming will be longer videos, streaming will be longer sessions, and I plan to try and stream a little bit more often because I will be recording stuff and playing stuff that I know, that I'm familiar with, that I enjoy, that I know I can actually complete, as opposed to just like running everything totally blind by the seat of my pants, or else otherwise... I want to pick up Coco here because I am going to do something with this. But yeah, so I don't want to run stuff like totally blind because that runs the risk of like, hey, I could lose interest in the middle of it. But that means that I should then have the capacity to do longer streams because it will be like, hey, yeah, I want to play for about 3 hours. I'm going to play the stuff that I know, that I'm familiar with, that I'm completed already. And that will help for my ADHD in that respect by limiting my focus to what I've already played off-screen. But that means also it'll help by being like, yeah, I have to focus on this thing. And then for the YouTube, it will help because then I break them up, and then the smaller format is easier to digest than a longer format. So yeah, that's kind of the breakdown. So yeah, I decided to go back to the roots by doing Crash, and we'll implement that, and we'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to start either commentating more closer to a standard Let's Play in a couple of these, maybe. If I get more people chatting, then obviously, then yes, free to chat. I will respond to it as much as I can. I have my screen set up here as per usual. But we will definitely... there will definitely be a couple of bits of changes going on with the formatting and stuff like that. Not anything that would disrupt like a couple of the other projects I have going. Like, you're still going to hear like stuff from VOD Bites and stuff like that. I'm going to be implementing those into the new ones. I might implement some longer style streams as well. Where I just do, like, one video, because there's going to be stuff that I know, there we go. There's going to be stuff I know would do terribly in a shorter format like that. Like, there's stuff, I still want to continue, like, with Roller Coaster Tycoon and stuff like that, so Roller Coaster Tycoon stuff is going to stay, because there's no way that I can restrain that to a shorter format time and have it be, like, okay, because that's something that naturally gets broken up over multiple series and over multiple streams and stuff like that anyways. So I might implement the new format just to get myself a break if that works out, but I still would be uploading them all as one bit because it's like, why would you do that anyway? Or maybe I'll just run those as one thing. I don't know. But yeah, something that'll allow me to have breaks, something that will allow me to hopefully maintain focus, and something that will hopefully allow me to get back into this, rediscover why I was doing this in the first place. I do love it. I love it a lot. Every single time I go on here, there is like the dopamine hit of be like, yay, I'm streaming again. This is fun. I'm doing what I wanted to do. At the same time, it's also like, but I also wanted to do the Let's Play thing, and this feels like it's getting chucked to the wayside. So I'm trying to come up with like that mixture, that balance that works. So yeah, the easiest way to do that seems to be like, okay, let's try a blended thing where I include breaks and cut down the VODs when I get done with them for a day. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I do want to try it, but we'll see how this goes. So I apologize for the weirdness that I might be experienced on the channel, the weirdness that might be experienced with regards to the streaming and stuff like that. Please be patient with me. I am trying to figure out a way to keep this like steady in my brain. But here's the other part of that. I am afraid of, in the current climate, of a diagnosis and what that would mean. Like, I totally do not want to be diagnosed right now with any of those things as a result of like, oh hey, if I get the official diagnosis, then hey, then I honestly don't know what would happen right now. Like, would there be like discriminatory stuff that's happening right now? I am unsure. I am uncomfortable with wanting to find. I am uncomfortable with the idea of finding out. So I'm just gonna keep this, and hopefully, I can kind of work my brain into into something more of a right thinking. Maybe that's not for everybody, but I'm going to try it for me. So just be aware. Be aware that I am going to be trying. I might have some difficult days. I might have some days where it's like shit's going down and not great, but we'll go through it. We'll join hands and embark on this new version together, and hopefully it works out. But yeah, I felt I owed an explanation as to why all the changes and all the weirdness and all the breaks, and like, yeah, it's warranted. There's a reason. There's stuff happening in the background. Stuff that probably I should talk about. And if you haven't seen DIOD Bites, it's one of those. It's a series that I've been doing of like little essays. I only have a couple of them out right now, but I plan to do more. But it's stuff about me. And this honestly could be like a thing that I could write. I could talk about in one of them. Maybe you get to hear. I don't know. Maybe I put it into a format there that is more eloquent, because that is definitely a mixture of the interest that has sustained for quite a while now. Even though it doesn't look like it, even though there's only like 2 episodes, this is an idea that I've had in my head for like. See, that's one of those things that's like I can show like, yes, this is definitely an obsession that works. DIOD Bites is an idea that has been in my head for years, like literal years. It's been in my head. And the thing that works about it is it satisfies the, hey, I am creating a video essay series where I talk about me, myself, and my interests, much as I had seen other people do, and I'm like, hey, that sounds like a cool idea, and I want to join in and get myself a piece of that, you know? But at the same time, it's also one of those things where it's like, I've blended, like, yes, this is me. This is something that I like to do with my writing. I went to school for a degree in industrial organizational psychology, which involved a lot of essay writing and stuff like that. And yeah, that was one of those things that, yes, I very much like. Weirdly enough, I liked writing essays. I was one of the people who was good at it. So I was like, by good at it, I mean like I could pretty consistently get like A's on most of my assignments if it was a writing assignment. So it was just like, yeah, sure. I'll do that. I'll translate that into something that is now at another intersection of my interests. I've been skipping a lot of these, by the way. If you're wondering, I have played this game so many freaking times that I know exactly which ones I can skip until I come back and hit a gem, and I have a specific route that I do in order to get all the gems and then come back through. So, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. That's why it's not like me talking over anything. I am literally like, I'm not like talking over footage or anything. I am literally playing this as I go. It just is coming this quick to me. This is one of those things that is second nature to me. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. This is, like, immediate. Like, this is, like... Yeah. So, yeah, it's gonna be a little weird, maybe, but we'll work through it. We'll work through it. Again, I just had to get all that out. I had to make sure that that was known. So, like, an apology to anybody who does watch, anybody who's consistently watching, anybody who's, like, tuned in for a while. Again, that kind of support is very much appreciated. It just is also one of those things where it's like, dang, I wish. Yeah. I wish I could be a little bit more sturdy with this, but yeah. It's kind of funny. Like, I started over this. I'm basically like starting over all this stuff, and I'm already getting real heavy into this first thing. Well, that may be a sign that you can tell how long I've done it. If I'm just willing to be able to be like, nope, I'm gonna lay some deep, heavy shit on you immediately. I probably will not be as deep or as heavy like most of the time, but I had to explain. I had some splaining to do, you know. Anyways, we're already on the second island just with me doing this. We're already on the second island. I think I have died 0 times thus far, which is about my standard. It isn't really until later that I start having trouble. I'm gonna wait on you. There we go. Oh, I've already worn myself out. I do that as well. That's another reason. That's why we're taking a break now every once in a while, or why we're going to be taking breaks every once in a while. Oh, so anyways, to kind of explain what I'm doing here. One, yes, I've been skipping a whole bunch of levels because, yes, I know where everything is. I know how to get everything. So I've just been like, go. So I know exactly which ones I can skip, exactly which ones I can do. The other portion of this is I picked up Coco earlier. And this is something that I can actually talk about in depth because I've had this idea sitting for a long time. It's just, this is one of the ideas that's never come to fruition because my brain has never had like the, to actually get started on like doing anything with it, even as a fan fiction based thing. I picked up Coco for a reason. I like the fact that Insane Trilogy has Coco in it, even though there is literally no change in how they play. I still like the addition of Coco for a couple of different reasons. One, I like the idea of including her in the previous ones, especially with all the other like stuff in the series that's implied that she's been around for a while. But there's also like the idea of, oh, I had to put, oh yeah, because I have this entire thing of like how Coco would be integrated into here now. So we're actually playing Ripperoo right now, which is our second boss. I'm actually talking about the game finally. Let's see if I can get this right. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Hey, I got it on time. Okay, now I have to make sure I get you here. Hey, I got it. That can be difficult to land sometimes, but this is like also... This is that's a fight that can either be like, it's really, really quick if you land the TNT in the right place, or it's like, it takes forever. You know, because you keep bouncing around, you keep like mistiming the jump and everything, or it's like the TNT doesn't want to sit in the right place at the right time. But anyways, this would be the spot where I imagine, like in a standard playthrough, Crash has been fighting his way through the first island, so that's like the first couple of like episodes of like a TV series or a first couple of chapters of a fan fiction would be Crash fighting his way through Papu Papu and trying to establish himself and be like, no, I gotta get over there, but I need to find a way over to the other islands. So he steals from the natives on the island a boat, and then he goes over to the second island. He encounters Ripperoo and finds Coco, who has been escaped in the background. So now I'm gonna switch to Coco to play for a while. God, we are already at the Lost City. Holy crap, it's been 25 minutes. It's been like 25 minutes, and I'm already here. I don't even think I was doing it this fast in my, like, off-time playthrough. Of course, the levels do get longer, so it's not like everything is going to go flying like this. Or like it was. But anyways, so Coco now joins up, and there is some brother and sister reunion. But there's a problem, because Coco was also captured by Cortex. And they can't tell. They can't tell if she's like a mole, if she's fine, if she's like problem. If she's fine, like, yeah, so there'd be this whole couple of episodes right here that would be like reuniting, coming to terms with, oh, hey, my sister's here. Oh, crap. Like, Crash being able to speak somewhat simplistically. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I'd have that again. Oh, I can't get the knife that way. But yeah, so there'd be this whole thing right here where it's like, oh, fucking, okay, yeah, I need to restart. I need to restart the level. So let's do, why do I need to restart the level? I killed the lizard before I was realizing what was happening, and I need the lizard in order to jump up to get onto that thing so I can get the Brio token for a bonus round. So yeah, I have to restart and do that. But anyways, yeah, so this level right here would be the, hey, let's figure out, hey, do we trust her? Do we bring her along? I know we just freed her. I know she's family and everything, but can we trust her because she also was with Cortex? How do we know she's not a mole or anything like that? Yes, there's some parts I can use the mask for, fine, but yeah, I just couldn't at that point. But yeah, so that's a good reason why I like the integration of Coco. It's like, okay, how would she fit into these earlier ones? That's a place my brain goes very frequently. But I've never had the impulse to write on paper, so. Okay, I'm actually going to ignore the mask here, because otherwise I can get that. Still haven't died, by the way. I had to forcefully restart myself. I have not died. And in this level that's particularly important, I can't die because it's a color gem level. If you die, the color gem becomes inaccessible, even if you get all the boxes. But yeah, so like we have, yeah, so like Lost City, like to me, going back to the like plotline thing that I had for like a Crash Bandicoot series, Lost City plus the next level that we have here are the Crash and Coco kind of learning to work with each other. Coco being like, I can probably, Coco being truthful at some point and being like, maybe like, yes, Cortex is using me as a mole, but I'm super smart. I know he's placed something in me. I'm just trying to figure out where it is so I can remove it and stuff like that. Hello, Renderbean. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being in the chat. So yeah, that'd be like an idea that I had. Was like, yeah, Coco's trying to figure it out and just trying to remove it, but can't figure out where immediately. Bonus. Real bonus round. Okay, this is now extra hilarious to me. I always keep forgetting that the non-standard Brio bonus round is the one that I do first. Not the Tana bonus round that's found in, like, every single level. Just the Brio one that's found in, like, specific things to make your life harder. No, wait, never mind. I did one in upstream. Never mind. No, not upstream. Up the creek. But this still takes a while for me to actually do a bonus round. Bonk you. I've never been able to get those things on, like... I'm sure there'd be, like, a way to, like, stand in one tile and be, like... skip around that. I've never been able to. Or, like, stand on one tile, jump on top of their head, and then move off to the next one without having to go backwards. I can't figure that out. Where the heck is the... Oh, it's up here. I'm gonna wait for the next set. There we go. God, this level is long. So happy to come across a normal Crash Bandicoot stream. I mean, I can do, like, a speedrun thing. I just don't normally. I just like playing for the sake of it. Ah! Oh, that's me not paying attention. I'm assuming the rest of what you're finding has been dying for the sake of it. Yep. I'm assuming you've encountered either mostly speedruns or modded versions. God dang. I didn't move over far enough. Also, thank you for the follow. I just noticed that as well. Thank you. I promise I normally do better. I blazed through the first, like, 11 levels. Crap. There we go. That's how it's mostly supposed to be done. I've been able to get the full amount of one fruit on that, which I think is like 212 you can get. But yeah, I had to spin a couple of boxes because I missed it. And I'm like, nope, I'm not trying. I'm not going hard mode trying to get that thing. Crap, I'm out of one. No, I'm out of masks. At least the level's not too far away. No, it's just super odd stream content. Fair enough. Normal is kind of my thing. I don't have too much, like, extra content to put in. Don't mind watching speedruns. Hey, okay. I might try a speedrun of this, but it'll take... Let me finish the game, and then I'll be attempting one. I could sometimes get, like, 110 or something like that, so I'm not the best at it, but I could do it. I could try. Okay, yeah, Temple Ruins. Yeah, I'm not great at speedruns, but I've managed, I think it was like either 107 or 110 for a any percent. Or at least that was the time that I last recorded it. I haven't actually been able to put another one out there for it or get it, like, properly recorded. I've always had, like, some issues prior to that, so unofficial, but I might be able to do about that on an any percent. I mean, I feel that. I am also somebody who is like, no, must collect everything. So I'm one of those who's like, an any percent is definitely a strength of will test for me, because it's like, counter to every other time I've played through this. So I totally feel you on that. Would have them sweet, sweet fruits. I mean, they look like a Brayburn apple to me, and I like that type, so... Yeah, gimme. Although that being said, Brayburn's not fully sweet. They're like a little sour note at the end as well. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit more like what I'm supposed to be doing. Not the Lost City bonus round. This is a little bit more towards my usual. Also a little bit slower because I have to keep gauging the platforms. Ah, God, I almost forgot about the bat. There we go. Okay, moving along to... If I want to do my thing for, like, the normal series, if I was to do, like, a Crash Bandicoot series or, like, a fan fiction, I'm now moving on to the only intentional death that I probably will have. I was picked in apples, but with a peachy center, so hella more. Oh, that actually sounds... That actually does sound good. That actually does sound good, though. I would definitely eat if that were the case. Hey. For you. I'm looking for a specific point, by the way. If I'm to do, like, my fan fiction-based thing, I wanted to do... There's a certain point. Okay. I think it's after this point. There should be... Close enough, because that would be... Okay. So the idea is that Coco would nearly fall and then gets rescued. Can we eat the crystals? I could see that. Grape flavored Jolly Rancher, maybe. Which also used to be one of my favorites when I was younger. Ooh, take that. Oh, but to continue on, the death there was not intentional, but it worked out where I wanted to anyways, because essentially what I would have in mind for the fanfiction is that Coco nearly falls on the bridge, but gets rescued by Pinstripe, who is also now claiming himself as one. Well, Crash has learned to... Wow, shit. Fellow Crystal Munch. I must have some dragon in me or something like that. I know my online persona is a coyote, but I must have some dragon in there somewhere. But yeah, so Coco would fall. Pinstripe would rescue. Crash has been like, oh hey, we already had one person who defected from Cortex and has turned out to be helpful. Maybe another one would be. And Coco's like, no, it's not. But can't say anything because Pinstripe is threatening her. Maybe a little edgy as far as the series would go, but I would... It would get better. This would be just like the one edgy moment, and it would be like, yeah. It would be Pinstripe's appearance here. Okay, so yeah, that's the first time I've died a couple of times on the level. No bonus on the... I skipped the bonus on this one because I can't do all the boxes anyways. I am very familiar with this game. And then Boulder Dash. I probably should have switched back to Crash because this is the point where like Pinstripe would have been like yank and then set the boulder after Crash, so Crash and Coco are separated. Yeah, so that'd be the fan fiction thing. Oh Jesus, I can't. I'm like, what is my time? And I'm like, nope, bad time to do that when I'm about to do the boulder. Oh, and once I get to this is my favorite gem path in the game, but that's not going to be for... Like a ways in. There we go. Also, I love the expression Coco makes. Calm and cool and collected every other time, and then sheer outright panic that actually I think is worse than Crash's during the run levels. Yeah, there we go. Couple of close calls there. I should be able to get 2 lives out of the stack. Heck yes. I probably won't make 99 by by 3rd island, or before I get to 3rd island, but that's still pretty damn high. I almost jumped a little too far over. I see the comments. I will look at them in a moment. I think we're almost there. Yeah, this is the end. There we go. So you were song dropped in pinstripe fanfic. You forgot about our gal Tana. No, no, I do like Tana, and I have ideas for how she would be included towards the end, but we just haven't hit there yet. Okay, yeah, so Boulder Dash should have been done as Crash, but oh well, we'll just switch it to here. Now Sunset Vista and, what is that? Is that Whole Hog up there in the corner? I think it's Whole Hog. Would be Crash going on roaring rampage of offense. Hey, you took my sister, you bastard. So now, yeah. Coming onto the laptop for dear life. No, we have not forgotten Tana. Tana is just there. Tana can't be... Tana is teasingly out of reach the entire time. We should be able to encounter her this time, though. Sunset Vista is one I know I can get everything on, so... And I don't have to worry about dying, because it's not a colored gem. When you hear all the fanfics, they sound wild. I do have one for at least the first couple of first 2 games. The 3rd one is kind of warped, kind of where I lose the plot a little bit. Maybe not lose the plot entirely, but I just haven't figured out a way to integrate it. Hidden mask up there, I want it. Whoa, okay. I nearly got pushed off because I wasn't paying attention where to stop. Easy peasy. Okay, now I gotta be a little bit more concentrated here. Just because they occasionally have the disappearing platforms. And fire! Is this gonna be enough? Yes, it will be. Okay. I should also have Cortex coming up here. Not too far from now, at least. Yeah. Focus. I like talking. I like looking at chat. I like looking at chat. It's hard to focus. This is going to be near useless if it wasn't for this section. There we go. I do like how it's not that much of a section to use it on, but it gets rid of the bats. I'm over here, you. I need to hit that. There's our first Cortex. I almost missed it. Been scrambling back through the entire level, needing to be like, where the heck did I lose that token? Okay. This part's, actually, this part's not too bad. There we go. Got it all. Oh, great, another one. Right at a section where I don't need it. It's not gonna help me when my death is falling. Okay. Okay. I took that jump a little earlier than I think I maybe usually do. Ooh, we might actually hit 99 before I hit the third. What do you mean we're only 50 minutes in? I keep looking at my time like... Oh, okay. Took that one a little quick, too. Give me key. There we go. Whole hog unlocked. You're too good at this game. They're just throwing the aqua at you. Yeah, I mean... That is actually something I've always found funny is, like... As somebody who's played this for years, it is kind of funny to go back and watch a first timer because it's like, I remember doing that, but I've also played the game for like 30-something years, and now I'm like... I see exactly where and why you made the pitfall, and I don't like 90% of the time anymore. Like, oh god, I remember, what was it? It was a, the most I laughed for a good while was right after Markiplier, I think it was, released his version of that, of this game. Like, and he played through as far as he could, and he got up to, I don't think he only got, I don't know if he got up to Pinstripe or not. Oh, shit. I hate this. There we go. Ah! Get on. There we go. I think he got up to, like, Pinstripe or whatever, or, like, slightly afterwards, but it was always just like, oh my god, I remember making those exact same mistakes when I played through at some point. And now I can laugh at you, because this has turned into Rage Game for you, and it no longer is for me. Forza Rage Game. Like, it's About Time is fully a Rage Game for me. But original series, not as much anymore. Sweet. Some like play Crash for more than 25 years. I can't get past the first level of Crash 4. It's about time. Feel like a failure. I've beaten the game, not to 100% completion though. I beat the game, and I can get nearly everything up to about, what was it? Is it Oxide's area in the fourth one? Yeah, I can get through like maybe 50% of the game getting everything, and then the game just starts to drive me insane. Like, want to throw the controller trying to get everything insane. That one becomes Rage Game after a while because it's so freaking hard. Like the first couple of levels ain't too bad, and then they start throwing shit at you almost immediately, like before the first boss, and it's just like, okay, I did not expect the series to take that big of a leap upwards. Neat. Oh, trust me, that is one I want to... I'll be playing in my off time, and I might play it through here as just a standard completion run, but... God, there's some points in that are just like... I thought I was going to have an aneurysm with how much I wanted to throw the damn thing. Okay. Temporarily back to fanfic. Pinstripe left Coco with Koala Kong. So now we're gonna beat up Koala Kong and get hit and get her back. That's the fanfic, not actual in-game story. That is fanfic idea. Also, you can spin the rocks out of the way. Except for this one, can't do this. There we go. Choose your fight. I'll take whatever cheese I can. Well, a little quicker than I thought you were going to throw that. Over this way. There we go. Ah, and I got it in before you could be blocked off by the thing. Yeah. Oh, the timing on that. Yeah, you are able to break the rocks, and I actually found out you can do it in the original version as well. I wish I could play that version, but my PlayStation 1 is, like, broken. My original PS1 version is broken. But yeah, you can break the rocks in the original game, too. God dang it! I'm getting walloped in a fight I don't normally get walloped in. Oh, I remember why, because usually... the timing that I usually do is I go to the other side of the screen away from where he's throwing the rock. Because about the halfway point on the screen is where I can do that. So yeah, about halfway point on the screen, you spin, and that's timed perfectly to actually interrupt the thing and break it. There we go. Did a little early on that one. Okay, come on. There you go. There we go. No! I hit the lava! No! Oh, this one's out to kill me. The game really went, oh, you think you can get 99 lives before Third Island, huh? Well, that's what streaming is for, isn't it? Dying in all new and unexpected ways than the last time you played it. Everybody knows the recorder's curse. As soon as you try to put your stuff on video, everything goes to hell. They're not helping. Okay, let's stay away from the lava this time. There we go. If I just sit here, we're fine. Also, I was too concentrated on the fight. I know about the train sound when it goes by, but did anybody else hear like a dog toy squeaking like when he was flexing his pecs? Okay, heavy machinery. The siblings are now teamed up again, and I will alternate levels. So basically now they're both going to take down Pinstripe because both of them have agreed that Pinstripe is... Wow, okay. I've done that twice now. I did that once in my first playthrough, and now I've done it here. 3 times. Okay, there we go. We've successfully passed the first jump. But yeah, so both siblings have now agreed that Pinstripe is a bastard, and so go to basically destroy his factory. as revenge. Also because he's polluting anyways, and that's not a good thing either. I mean, he ain't cooking Kool-Aid with all this green sludge here. I mean, it's gotta be bad for the environment. Wait for you to come down. Yeah, we should get a... Yeah, it should be pretty easy to get 99 lives before Pinstripe. Slip under you. It's that Mountain Dew. Is that me, Mountain Dew? It's... No, it's not regular Mountain Dew. I know there's one that's like a bright freaking lime green. I'm forgetting which one it is. I know it's not original. They made one that was like... It's not like turbo powered or anything, but I forget what it was. But I know I've seen a like vibrant, bright green Mountain Dew. Which, yeah, with as much stuff as in that one, yeah, I think I can call that one toxic enough. Oh, no. Slightly out of order there, but we're good. Okay, running a little bit smoother now. Now that I passed that difficult first jump. Don't need yo platform. That's another thing that I wanted to do, but I never had enough skill. Erase just a couple of key Oop, another one. Erase just a couple of key platforms on every level for a more difficult version of each one. I don't know why. Like, I'm already having trouble with Insane Trilogy. I don't need more of them to be difficult. That's a first. I don't think I've ever actually fallen in that portion. Again, dying in all new and interesting ways that I've never experienced before. We should still get our full life set, though, because I'm about to get the Brio bonus round. There we go. New podcast? Oh, very small one. I literally just started it. It's Diyote Bites. They are uploaded to my channel, my YouTube channel, Diyote Gaming. But yeah, so it's very, very short. Essentially, it's a podcast style thing, where I have like these nonfiction style essays about like topics that I'm interested in, and I read them out. And they're like 20 to 30 minutes. They're going to be like 20 to 30 minutes each. So I have uploaded the first one. The second one is going to be uploaded on Monday, actually. And first Monday of the month sort of thing. What's the podcast? It's very generalist. The first one is actually how, in addition to doing a lot of gaming and streaming stuff, I also write a lot. So I actually talk about like writing and all the stuff. How I got into writing, the stuff that was like the perils on my way to actually completing my first book, which were, stuff like that. The second one that I'm doing right now still continues. The one that's about to be released is also on writing. It's my process, what it takes for me to actually go through. I self-publish. I'm not the greatest, but I do enjoy it a lot, so I like sharing my work, so I like self-publishing. So I kind of do a little explanation of like how I do that. What is going on with me in this bonus round? So it's like the process that I take for like from starting a book to completion, and self-publishing, and how long it takes me. What are the steps that I go through? But episode 3, curiously enough, based on this, is my family. God dang. Episode 3 right now is me going over like my 30-year relationship with Crash, basically, like as a game. Like the fact that it's come up in a lot of significant events. Like for example, it's the first game that it was the first console that I ever remember owning was the PlayStation, and getting gifted that plus Crash Bandicoot for Christmas. It also was featured in like, what are the other ones that I cover in it? It was the first game that I ever experienced like with my cousins as well. It was the first time I remember like, it's the first memory I have of me with my cousins is on Christmas Day, and then a little bit afterwards, taking turns in order to complete the game. Basically trying to do this whole like one-up thing of like, who can actually get farther in the level, who can actually do more stuff in the level. The fact that it was also a game that my uncle got into, so that was him, and then my dad also got into it. The fact that it was the first game that I ever got stolen. Like, literally, like, the first time I ever got robbed, the first time I was ever robbed, back when I was in my old house, was, at one point, they stole our PlayStation, and actually, it was the only time I've ever gotten robbed, and hopefully it doesn't happen again, but yeah. Bringing sounds similar to me, except I'm British. California born and raised. I've been in Southern California my entire life. But, yeah, very... Oh, and, yeah, so first time I ever got robbed was with that. How playing it at one point brought me out of a funk in community college when I was trying to go for one major, failed all the classes I was trying to take for that major, and had to re-examine my career choices afterwards. My college path and stuff like that. And then the fact that I learned later on that, wait, no, this is like, there's people in my family who do not game at all who still enjoy it. And how it's been one of those like weird things that like brought my family together. Like, not the thing that I would have expected given some of them, but yeah. Yeah, everybody from like the younger cousins all the way up to like a 88-year-old grandmother at one point. So are all gathered around a console, basically playing this game in particular. So yeah, that was a little bit like that. So, and I have other stuff in there that I want to do. I have like 8 episodes planned for a season 1 this year, and I am progressing on the writing for what should be a season 2 that will be next year. There we go. I'm finally... There we go. Finally. God, that bonus round took me forever. I also promise that because they are written, they will sound a lot smoother than I usually come out here. Because the basic format of the thing is a pre-written thing that I then record and do like that. So it's not like a live thing. It's kind of written as like stories about myself, stories about my life, and stuff like that. So I know, another white guy doing a podcast, like so many of them out there, but there's all 99. But yeah, that was the general idea. Ah, there we go. Okay, give me that gemstone. Okay, and this is good timing for first break, so I need to take a breather, and I also need to refill my water, so I will be right back. So yeah, when I come back, we will continue more with this. You can't eat the gemstone yet. I need to collect all of them and use them to defeat Cortex first. Then you can eat the gemstone. Anyways, yeah, so we'll be back in a little bit.